guys. It is 11:30. My nurse will be here in a half an hour. I sort of vlogged yesterday, but I was working on the other video that I put up, and the vlog was just gonna be kind of like, not like useless, but kind of, because I was busy doing other things for my channel. So that's why there was no video yesterday. I'm waiting for my nurse to come to do my dressing change. I had my last one when I was in the hospital last week. And then I'm finishing up a bag of fluids, and then I'm gonna set up my lactated ringers. I'm going to set up a gravity supplemental bag, and then another bag for the pump. So I just have a few minutes left, and I have all the supplies for my dressing change. So yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. Adrian is home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. Yeah, I showered this morning. I plan on painting my toes, and because they're desperate. So I need to do that, and then I want to do my eyebrows too. So I spend the first couple hours of the day kind of doing self-care, maintenance type of things. So see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I had my dressing change and everything, and I was speaking to my nurse. Ooh, I'm sorry, that was tilted really weird. I was just speaking with my nurse because she was supposed to come last week on Wednesday, and she had called me and said, you know, I'm going to be a little bit late today, and I was like, I'm getting admitted to the hospital. So I didn't see her. I haven't seen her in 2 weeks, and so I was just updating her with the hospitalization and what everybody was saying and everything, and she gave me the name of a doctor that, and I thought that I had avoided this. At this point, I'm okay with the fact that this is probably going to be a legitimate option. I'm okay with it, I think, only because it's short term, and I know it's short term. Because it's not something that I'm jumping to that is you know, TPN is something that would be giving my digestive system a break, and I would be getting calories and the correct nutrients and stuff like that, even if it's only for a few weeks, just so I don't continue to drop weight and so my labs stay a little bit more stable, and I'm not in my labs are just saying that I'm in starvation mode, which obviously, duh. But yeah, so I'm going to be seeing this doctor about doing TPN. For anybody that doesn't know what TPN is, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, total parenteral nutrition, and basically all it is an IV infusion, and it goes through a central line, so a PICC line or a port or a Hickman or a jugular, you know, whatever central line the person has or gets, it goes through that. It has a certain allotted amount of calories, and I believe now they're making it specific to each person's nutritional needs. So this doesn't mean that I'm going to definitely be on it, but my home health nurse has been pushing TPN for 6 weeks, it's been a while, and some of the doctors in the hospital too wanted me on TPN. So I'm going to be seeing a doctor with Columbia to evaluate me and to see if I'm a candidate for it. The big things with TPN is it greatly increases your infection risk, because it's technically a food product, and you have to inject things into bags. It's not just hooking a bag up and that's it. But being that I've had my PICC for 3 months, and I've had no infections and no complications, and I take care of my line really well, that's less of a concern, I guess. Yeah. And the only reason, I know a ton of people that don't want to be on TPN, but and I don't want to be on TPN, but I know that this is temporary. It's not like I have a condition that has no way of reversing itself. I can go into remission, and even if I can't get into remission soon, I can at least get to a point where I don't need additional like nutritional help. Okay, so Adrian came down. He just needed a call to make a dentist appointment. So basically all I was saying is that TPN is a final and last resort, but in the situation I'm in, it is temporary. My colitis can't go into remission. This problem will most likely eventually go away, and may return later, but not, you know, like it's something that I can go into remission for, something that I can be given a break for, with something like gastroparesis or an illness similar to that, where, you know, a person's body isn't tolerating like tube feeds at all and they can't do anything orally. Then TPN is like a last and final option, and then it's really hard to go back on tube feeds. It's confusing. It's really kind of specific to the person that's on it, but thankfully with inflammatory bowel disease in most conditions, it's used to give the person's digestive system a bit of a break. And I know a lot of people who have like Crohn's that will have surgeries to kind of remove inflammation or do anything having to do with that, and during the recovery period, just so there's no food aggravating any of the stuff or anything really going into the digestive system that would aggravate what they were trying to fix, they'll put them on TPN for like 6 weeks. So I could potentially be on TPN for only a few weeks. I'd only want to really be on it for a few weeks. I don't want this to be long term, just because it's a lot of care, and the thing is, I don't think it's going to be long term. I think this is something that is going to be like a month. Like, I don't think it's going to be very long whatsoever, but my nurse has been pushing for this for like 6 weeks. My home health company has been pushing for this, and then, you know, the doctors in the hospital, some of them were saying that they want me to do it. So the only reason that I'm actually okay with this is because I know it is completely and 100% temporary. I will be able to go back like and eat normal food again. It's just a matter of getting this under control and figuring out what's going on and kind of going from there. So potentially, if I start tolerating a lot of, if I'm on TPN and I start tolerating a lot of stuff orally, then I can just be like weaned down and then off. Like, you know, it's something that, you know, can be worked with. But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys. I'm bummed that I thought I avoided it, and I'm not, but at the same time, I know it's something that's temporary. I'll be careful, but it'd be like nice to finally get input from somebody who really knows their stuff with this, and I won't have to go through any other doctors. I would just be going straight through this doctor, and he would work with my home health company, which I already had set up. This really wouldn't be an option, I don't think, in my situation if I didn't have a central line. I think that's the only reason that it's being pushed, is because I already have a PICC line, and I've had it for months. So there is my update. I'm gonna go play my video game for a little while. I'm still waiting for test results, the biopsy results. But yeah, I'm gonna go play my game. You okay there, Max? You look so mad. It's like pacing from anxiety. Ew, Max.
He's thirsty.
Get the disgusting bath water.
Good. Now he does it well. That's okay.
Thanks, Max.
Next stop. I'm gonna look forward to dry it though. There. No, that's the
It's the floor, Max. Oh, come on! Why can't you do that facing Adrian? because like I know that colic goes on and then I'm free. Aww.
You wanna leave? Wanna go downstairs? Yeah? Let's go! Look at his head.
Max, we just cleaned you. He is taking this TV apart to try to figure out why it doesn't work. So he's on YouTube. So I'm having this issue the past couple hours where I have this lumen, and it's like the inferior lumen. The red one I have is better. I like that one, and that's the one I use. So my bad lumen, I put the pump through, since the pump does force, you know, there to be flow, like it forces it. So I keep having this thing where it's a down occlusion, meaning that somewhere between my arm and the pump, and I think that I'm not putting anything through my other lumen, and I realized when I was flushing it earlier that I was getting caught, but then I'd move my arm and it would keep going. So I think my line is actually caught inside my shoulder, and that's why this isn't working. But it's like it goes to a down occlusion, and then I move my arm like across my chest, and then it fixes. I'm gonna try to get it on camera. I'm trying to get this. It's so positional. This is awful. This is really bad. That's so positional. Alright, so it's actually like 2 o'clock in the morning, so we're gonna go to sleep. I am so excited to tell you guys some news about something that I'm deciding to do with my channel, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about that tomorrow. Today was very medical, a lot of talks about TPN, which is a little nerve-wracking, but hopefully this works out, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching.